Welcome to Microsoft Fabric, the new offering from Microsoft which will going to define the technology stack for many companies. That means it will going to define your career as well. So that is why I have brought you this video so that you can get to know about the Microsoft Fabric right after a couple of weeks once it is launched. Now, this fabric was recently launched in the Microsoft conference, as you know, and this will going, like I said, this will going to be the new technology stack for many companies. Why? Because there is a lot of data which each company generate, right? Especially those which are the multinational corporation, and they face a lot of problems in terms of how to get this data into one single unified system so that they can deliver the decisions to the decision maker. And that is what it is, unified in bold and black. And that is the reason Microsoft has seen this problem, they worked on this, and they brought all these different tools under one platform called Microsoft Fabric. So we as a developer, administrators, don't have to work with hundreds of different tools, do the integration and bring everything together for doing what? Delivering the analytics. That's the key which is getting delivered with the help of Power BI. Now the Power BI is basically the core for this tool, which I really like because I feel like, I've been doing the blogging from so many months, and all of this is coming together to enable the business users via the front end interface. Okay, enough about Power BI and enough about my blogging. So what this each tool is and why this is useful and why you should know for Microsoft Fabric is something which I will going to tell you very quickly with the help of the use case. So make sure you understand that why each tool is important for you. And if you will not going to use it, for example, probably you would not use the data engineering, but you should know as a developer that this is an offering which is available, and whenever it needs to be used, you can get to know, oh, data engineering, I know about it, where it is present. Okay, so for that, just before I go and tell you about the Microsoft Fabric, what I want to tell you about these companies like Microsoft, Amazon, Google, all of these big giant corporations, whenever they do something, it is an industry defining technology. I'll give you just one example. Amazon back in the day in 2000, when they felt the need of that during, let's say, the sale period, their volume of the data is going up or the consumption is going up, but rest of the other days volume is going down. So they felt like a dynamic infrastructure, and that's when they brought in the cloud-based technology, which will going to help them either increase the workload or decrease the workload, right? And that is back in somewhere around 2001 and 2002. And after a decade, companies started to realize that this is what the modern practice is, this is what it will going to be, because organization can't really decide whether they need a lot of usage at one point in time compared to another point in time where probably they don't need a lot of usage. For example, during Christmas period, everybody is enjoying their holidays. Probably travel companies are the only one where a lot of infrastructure is being used. People are booking for holidays. Well, for that, workload is shifting via the cloud to those companies compared to the other companies for which the employees are enjoying the holidays. So as you can see, this is a very dynamic environment where nobody has to really think of, hey, I have got 1 petabyte of usage and I will be done with this for entire life. No, probably because out of 1 petabyte, I am just using 100 TB of this, storage. So all of this scenario comes into the picture when you have the cloud-based environment on which the Microsoft Fabric is. So whole story is that back in 2002 or 2001, Amazon did something which industry learned it almost after a decade, started competing on it, and even today they are competing. Similarly, something new is coming where you have the entire technology stack at one single umbrella, and then you can deliver the analytics with the help of Power BI. So let's quickly talk about each of these components and move ahead with the help of why this is important. So first thing first is all of this interface, all of this is under the Microsoft Fabric, so that you can go ahead and use this. And this is based on, as you can see, the backbone or the base is one lake. So via one lake, all of this data storage is enabled. So on the one lake, you have the storage capacity through which First thing first is data factory. Let's talk about very quickly for a 1 minute on a data factory, because you have the sources, you have the data sources at various different places, maybe in CRM, ERP, Microsoft Excel file, database, who knows, right? So what you do is you basically connect all of those sources over here using the data factory and bring all these disparate data sources under one umbrella. And then you have the data warehouse and the data engineering. So data warehouse just make sure that all of this data which you are bringing in from a disparate sources is stored properly, right? And then with the help of data engineering, it is basically enabled to be used by data science and Power BI. Well, after data engineering for data science, once it is ready to use, you can generate the predictive insight, or you are just providing some information in the form of a dashboard, you can go ahead and use the Power BI as well. Also, along with the information, if you want to club the predictive insight as well, you can do that, so that you can tell business a complete story that this is how it was performing and that's how the future insights looks like, right? So entire platform you can, or entire delivery you can do it with the help of the Power BI. Now coming to the data activator, and before going to the data activator, let me just talk a little bit more about the Power BI. And in the Power BI, with the help of the Copilot, a lot of manual effort will going to go away. You will not have to spend hours and hours generating the dashboard. You will just have to write the queries, and the Copilot will going to generate the dashboard. Now that doesn't mean the work ends here. That means the work is getting started here, where all those laborious work in terms of formatting, generating KPIs, blah, 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 you don't have to do that. You have to focus on insight. That's the work of the analyst, or let's say as a developer, you have to then focus on the refinement, right? Whatever is not available, you just make sure you are either bringing in with the help of Copilot by using the better questions, or you are creating your own charts and all based on business needs. Now that is something you will do in Power BI. So finally coming to the data activator, what is going in data activator? Well, whenever your system is for example, I'll give you one example again in case of Power BI. Suppose your report is taking a lot of time, where you are not really sure what's going on. So you basically come to the data activator, and that's where you see the triggers as to why this is taking. Is it like because of query? It is like because of a lot of data points that it is bringing in, or something is going on. So data activator will going to tell a lot about these key trends. Also, it will generate the triggers for you as an administrator to take care of any of these tools which is not performing as per the expectation or taking a lot of time, and it is enabling the data for you as a data activator. So all of these tools under one platform called Fabric, for which you have one lake where all the data is getting stored, so which is unified product experience, compute and storage, governance and security, and finally the business model. So that is what it is going on, and I'm seeing that in coming days more and more competition in this area. But the best part about this is, since it is a Microsoft offering, already a lot of companies have the Microsoft stack, and they will be adopting this more and more, right? Everybody wants a unified experience. Nobody wants to have 10 different tools to manage for 10 different administrator or maybe 10 different teams, right? So all of this under one umbrella, and you get the best out of AI enabled data experience. So that is what Microsoft is offering, and in coming days I will be posting more and more videos about this. So make sure you follow me and subscribe me, and I will give you more insights about it. Till then, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you found it useful.